Hello, welcome to Progressive Education Society's Modern College of Pharmacy, Nigadi, Pune, in the e-lecture series of in the subject Natural Drug Technology.
Myself, Dr. Bhushan Pimple. In this third video about the cosmeceuticals, we will discuss certain skin cosmetics, their formulation and their importance. First, we will have a look at the moisturizing creams. Now, what exactly moisturizing creams are? These are the products that help retain the moisture of our skin, as well as they maintain the normal function of the skin. That is, they act as a barrier for the skin, or they support the skin to act as a barrier. An ideal moisturizer has to deliver hydration. Not only hydration, but it should also uh, fall true for the consumer acceptability. That means it should have a good fragrance, it should not leave any stain on the skin, or it should not be too oily to the skin, or should not stick to the clothes. Generally, moisturizers are preferred in winter season wherein the air is more dry and it leaches out or takes out the moisture from the skin in order to attain equilibrium. The major components of moisturizing creams are certain aqueous components like water and glycerin, which acts as a humectant, and water here acts as a diluent. The second phase is oily phase, wherein certain vegetable oils like coconut oil or almond oil can be used. Mostly sesame oil is preferred because of its sesame content, which is an antioxidant agent. But most of the moisturizers, they do contain certain mineral oils like paraffin oil or silicone oil, because they don't tend to undergo peroxidation and increase the shelf life of the formulation. And the third important part is an emulsifier. Usually in the creams are ordered by W type of creams, and here in glyceryl stearate or stearic acid can serve the purpose of an emulsifier. And then fragrance and preservatives like propyl paraben are used. Now, how to formulate these creams is, first we need to separate the ingredients, those are oily or those are oil soluble, such as stearic acid, glyceride stearate, propyl paraben, isopropyl myristate, or mineral oil. These are to be combined and then they are to be heated at 75 degrees Celsius. And separately, again, we need to combine the aqueous components like water, carbomer, glycerin, methyl paraben, etc., and heat them separately again at 75 degrees Celsius. Now, the components, both the hot solutions are to be mixed in and repeatedly and vigorously it should be triturated or mixed in order to formulate a cream. The cream such formed, if it has a temperature of around, when it cools down to a temperature of around 40 degree, then fragrance can be added to such formulations. Another formulation is anti-acne cream, or the creams which are used for the treatment of pimple and acne. Acne is a chronic infection and it causes inflammation to the facial, generally the facial skin. Besides the face, the acne may appear on back, neck, chest, or upper arms. This is generally the disease related to the oil glands. So usually you'll find swelling or a lump at the base of the oil glands or hair follicle. It is very common usually in the age of around 11 to 30 years, but it may also prolong. It may also appear in old age people. Now, this is usually because of the various conditions such as oily skin, pollution, or if improper maintenance of the facial skin can result into formation of acne or pimples. So repeated washing of the face is recommended to prevent the formation of acne. Although it is not dangerous, but it can leave certain scars or marks over the face which remain there for at least 4 to 5 months. The major risk factor that initiates or the causes that helps proliferation of acne is genetic reason because of the oily skin nature or because of the changes in the common flora of the skin, microbial flora of the skin. It may result into formation of acne or pimple. Another common reasons are due to menstrual cycle. That means the changes in the hormonal changes occurring throughout the month. Then anxiety or stress can also lead to formation of acne. Hot and humid climate causes more perspiration and release some oil into the skin. Further, an oily makeup can aggravate the condition, or even if you squeeze a pimple, the infection is sprayed into the neighboring area and may further help proliferation of acne. So, the care should be taken in order to avoid these conditions or situations. Usually, the formula for anti-acne cream will contain an antibacterial or antimicrobial agents like benzoic acid and salicylic acid. But as far as the herbal anti-acne creams are concerned, it contains the extracts of neem or tulsi or turmeric. That means either the isolated components can be added, but usually you'll find extracts of these herbs. Again, oil phase and aqueous phase ingredients are present. In as far as oil phase for the acne cream is concerned, anti-acne cream is concerned, stearic acid, cetyl alcohol, liquid paraffin, and fragrance. Then aqueous phase contains glycerin, methyl paraben, triethanolamine, and distilled water. Now, very similar to the formulation of creams, the oil phase are heated except the fragrance. Other ingredients of oily phase are heated at 80 degrees Celsius. And similarly, the aqueous phases are also heated at 70 to 80 degrees Celsius. Both the ingredients are mixed with the hot ingredients are mixed with each other and rapidly or vigorously triturated or homogenized until the temperature drops down to 40 degrees Celsius. Once the temperature comes to 40 degree, fragrance can be added. Formulation in creams is anti-wrinkle cream, also known very popularly as anti-aging cream. These are the agents that protect the skin from the harmful effects of UV radiations like UVB radiations. And these UVB radiations, they create or generate reactive oxygen species which damage the collagen and elastin protein present beneath the skin. Now these collagen and elastin, they provide bulginess or elasticity to the skin. And if these ingredients are broken or damaged, the skin shows wrinkles. The anti-wrinkle cream either prevents the damage due to UV radiation, or sometimes it may act by protecting or replenishing the proteins. The major mark for identification of aging are crow's feet, which appear to the corner of the eye, or sometimes laughing lines. So almost all the anti-aging creams, they work as a barrier and protect the skin collagen or elastin fiber from damage caused due to UVB radiations. The major components are stearic acid, cetyl alcohol, and liquid paraffin. Aqueous phase involves glycerin, methyl paraben, propylene glycol, and water. Usually, the water used should be deionized as it enhances the stability of the creams. Again, the procedure remains the same as that of normal formulation of cream. The oily phases are heated at separately at 80 degrees Celsius and aqueous phase separately at 75 degrees Celsius. The two phases are mixed in water and mixed vigorously until whitish cream is formed. When the temperature drops down to 40 degrees Celsius, fragrance may be added. One of the another cream is sunscreen cream. Now these sunscreen agents, they protect our skin from various harmful UV radiations. There are three kinds of basic UV radiations: UVA, B, and UVC. Amongst that, UVB is found to contain maximum or found to pose harmful threat to the DNA as well as collagen present beneath the skin. The creams generally they contain or the efficacy of the cream is determined by SPF. SPF is the sun protection factor. Now sun protection factor are of different categories like SPF 15, and it is evaluated, the cream is evaluated based upon how much amount or percent of UVB radiation it is blocking. As far as SPF 15 is concerned, it blocks almost 93% of UVB radiation. Now, one will assume that 93% is more enough, but no, the remaining 7% can also cause a major threat to skin cancer or other heat burns or sunburns. So SPF 15 nowadays has been obsolete, and generally the cosmetics available on the shelf are nowadays made up of SPF 30. Or they are protective, they protect from almost around 97% of UVB radiations. Further, SPF 50 are also, or the creams having an efficacy of SPF 50 has also been formulated and are available in the market, and they are found to block the radiation of around 98% UVB radiations. Even furthermore, SPF values have also been reported to have in the market, but there is a very slight difference between SPF 50 and SPF 50 plus agents. This This is just a general formula for preparation of sunscreen agents, and the major active ingredient or sunscreen or sun shielding effect is because of titanium dioxide as well as zinc oxide. So these two components are essentially present in almost all the sunscreen agents. Now, the formula, entire formula has been divided into four subcategories like A, B, C, and D. Other skin formulation besides cream are balms, generally lip balms. So lip balms are used to treat the cracks caused due to dehydration of the dermis or of the skin, usually in the winter weather. The formula for lip balm is white. Generally, they do not contain any aqueous phase in them. White petrolactam, which acts as a base as well as humectant. Then tocopherol, that is vitamin E, it acts as an antioxidant and prolongs the shelf life. Then eucalyptus oil as a perfume, and the concentration is too low, around zero point 0.3, and sesame seed oil, which has sesamol, acts as an antioxidant and prevents the oxidation or peroxidation of other petrolactam and all. The petrolactam is heated at around 40 to 50 degrees Celsius, and then other ingredients are added to it dropwise, and temperature is maintained at around 50-55 degrees Celsius until all the ingredients are homogeneously mixed. Then the molten product is directly poured into the final container so that the product takes the shape of the container and fully fills into the container. Usually the marketed lip balms, they do contain only petroleum jelly and certain perfumes or coloring materials. Another popular skin cosmetic other than creams is lipsticks. Now, these lipsticks are very similar to lip balms. The major difference is the presence of a bright color. The lipsticks, they protect the lips from chapping and cracking in dry or winter season. The common ingredients are color. Major ingredient is the color. Then this color. It is dissolved into a base that is dissolved into a solvent. Then a spreading agent in order to give a uniform coat throughout the lips, and a stiffening agent that gives rigidity or firmness to the stick, and also increases the melting point of the overall product so that it will not melt at a room temperature. Sometimes the sticks may contain fragrance, and usually preservative is added in order to maintain the color of the stick and prevent the contents of the lipsticks from getting peroxidized. Usual formula, a very common formula for preparation of lipsticks is carmine number 40. This is the coloring agent. Then soft paraffine and spermaceti. This is again a uh, stiffening agent. These are mixed together and molten at a temperature of around 70 degrees Celsius, and such mixture is poured into pre-cooled molds of lipsticks. Pre-cooling is essential in order to avoid well formation in the sticks. Another formula is carmine, the dye, plus zinc oxide. Now here, the role of zinc oxide is similar to that of titanium dioxide, that is, it acts as a sunscreen agent. So lipsticks that contain zinc oxide serve both the purpose. Then sericin, this is a stiffening agent, very similar to hard spermaceti. Then almond oil in order to mix or form uniform, provide homogeneity to the formulation. And lastly, soft paraffin, 500 parts. Now this can be made into lipsticks by very similar way, by heating all the ingredients at 70 degrees Celsius and pouring them into a pre-cooled mold. So this is all about the skin cosmetics prescribed in the syllabus.